Hey, tribe, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, I am Coach Jocelyn. I am a certified relationship coach and career coach and speaker, and I help professional women to create, grow, and maintain healthy personal and professional relationships. So welcome in. Today, we're going to be talking about how to get closure after a breakup. Now, I know this is kind of a hot topic and we've discussed it a little bit before, but I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into it so that some of you can get some closure today. The truth is that in our past relationships, they can hold us hostage when we harbor unforgiveness. And that's why the secret to closure is forgiveness. Whether the person wants to give you closure or not, because a lot of times people will come into your life and they see that even if you have negative energy towards them, like if they've done something really bad, like cheated on you or they've lied on you to other people or totally have disrespected you, that they will use that as an excuse to continue to come back and forth into your life, keeping you away from closure. I had this same thing happen to me when I broke up with this guy. We had grew up together and we were dating for about a year and a half, but in the end, I found out that he was married. He was lying about being married and he actually had a baby on the way. And I know you probably like, come on now, sis, how did you not know that all of this was going on? Well, we were both in the military. I was stationed in a whole nother state. So we were long distance dating and it made it, more difficult. And I was oblivious to it because he was doing everything that he should be doing, right? There are some things that we're like, oh, he's a good man. He does this, that, and the third. But if you're not looking deeply into it, then you'll find out that everything isn't what it seems. But we'll talk about that on a whole nother episode. But I do want to say that he kept coming into my life and using that as an excuse. Like even a few months later, after I've forgotten about it and I've moved on, he would come back and I would get so angry all over again. And it was like, because he refused to give me closure. And that's when I realized is that you have to create closure for yourself. Whether someone says that they're sorry and they didn't mean to hurt you, you have to create that closure for yourself. So the first thing that you want to do is remember the situation as it was. Be the person on the outside looking in. What actually happened? What red flags did you miss? Because a lot of times, especially in romantic relationships, when we love and care for someone, we'll ignore some of their bad habits when really we should be saying to ourselves, do I want to deal with this? Is it worth dealing with this? Or do this person need to kick rocks? But sometimes we just skip right on over that. So what were the red flags that you missed? Were they doing things very secretive? Are they secretive with their phone? Or you can't get them particular times of the day? Or that they've lied on other people and they talk so badly about people to you, then what makes you think that they're not talking badly about you to somebody else? You know what I'm saying? So what red flags did you miss? Make sure that you're journaling this and writing it down. So that way you'll have a reference because you want something to refer back to. So when you do begin to get into new friendships or romantic relationships, you can know what you need to look out for. So if there's a repeated behavior, to slow down and pump your brakes and be like, okay, this don't quite look right. So you want to remember the situation as it was. Number 2 is you want to forgive yourself. A lot of times, we'll pass forgiveness to other people, but we will forget to forgive ourselves. And the reason why you want to forgive yourself is because now you can't trust your decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a mistrust that has been built up because you did not protect yourself when you needed to. You did not say no when you needed to. You didn't back off from people when you needed to. So now your inner self is saying you cannot be trusted. So I don't trust you. And the first way to build back trust with people and even with yourself is to forgive yourself. Make sure that when you forgive yourself, that you're saying out loud, what are you forgiving yourself for? Or you can journal it, journal out exactly what you're forgiving yourself for. I forgive you for letting this person take advantage of you. I forgive you for missing all of the red flags that were all clearly there that we decided to ignore. I don't want to hurt you in that way again. remember to forgive yourself. And then next, you want to, of course, forgive the other person, because the truth is, like I said, unforgiveness will have you stuck in that same pattern, in that same thing, in that same year, in that same moment, because you have not been given the freedom to move on from that. So forgive that person. Whether they ask for the forgiveness or not, you need to forgive them, because you don't want to leave the door open for them to try to come back into your life and be destructive all over again. Some people will use not giving you closure to stay in your life. So make sure that you are creating your own closure by forgiving them. And then lastly, you want to remember what your identity is and to build yourself back up. When you know who you are, your confidence is great. And a lot of times, and this is especially true for my divorcees or those who have been in long-term relationships, you need to remember what your identity is. Because some of us have been misses for a long time. We're going from Mrs. to Miss. So we have to remember, who are we? What do we enjoy? What do we want? What do we have as a vision for our life? You want to recover your identity, and then you want to begin to build your trust and build your confidence again, so that you can be strong in who you are, have an awesome stance in who you are. You can stand flat-footed, like, these are my values, these are my beliefs, and this is exactly who I am. But you can only do that when you remember who you are and then begin to grow. And you can only grow if you do the work for yourself. So make sure that you recover your identity. All of this stuff can be written down in a journal. I totally recommend it. Y'all know I always talk about journaling. I love journaling because it allows you to release whatever is in your mind. You ever met somebody who's always like, oh, I got it right here. Okay, and it's going to be stuck, and then now you can't sleep because there's too much going on in your head. So you want to make sure that you're releasing this information. I recommend that you journal daily. I journal every single day. I love to journal. I love to read my word. I love to read other books because it helps me to grow, and it allows me to get clarity in my mind, because sometimes your mind can get cluttered because you have too much information in your head. So make sure that you're journaling daily, and make sure that you journal all of these things out that we discussed. So I hope that these tips were helpful for you. Be sure to check out my other videos. And if you like, I definitely need some coaching, I need someone to chat about these things about, I want you to go to the link in my description and go ahead and book a complimentary call with me, and let's chat. The relationship audit is perfect for you if you're trying to create, grow, or maintain personal and professional relationships, even if that relationship is with yourself. Okay. I love you guys to life. I hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.